They say dogs don't cry. But on a cold, busy road where everyone hurried but no one cared, two tiny stray puppies grieved for the only family they had left. This is a story of how they taught a man who never liked dogs how to love. In a forgotten corner of a small neighborhood, a stray mother dog lived with her two young puppies. At just 3 months old, they were small, thin, and fragile, but their mother loved them fiercely. Then one morning, everything changed. A loud screech, a sudden thud, and the mother who protected them every day never came back. She had been hit by a car. From that moment on, the two puppies faced the world completely alone. They found shelter on an empty lot across from a modest, well-kept house. At night, they searched for scraps on the street, always together, always side by side, terrified of losing each other the way they lost their mother. The homeowner, Mr. Ramos, often watched them through his CCTV. He wasn't a dog person. He didn't like the mess, the responsibility, or the noise. But every day, he saw two puppies sleeping in the dirt, curled tightly together for warmth. He saw them sharing a single piece of scavenged food. He saw them hoping, just hoping, for a little bit of kindness. And slowly, quietly, something inside him began to soften. One afternoon, while crossing the street to find food, the worst happened. A speeding car, a sudden impact. One puppy was thrown to the ground, unable to move. The other, shaking and terrified, ran back into the middle of the traffic. Cars swerved. Some slowed down, but most didn't care. Yet that tiny dog stood there, refusing to leave its injured sibling. Minutes passed, long, painful minutes, where no one stopped to help. Finally, using all its strength, the healthy puppy began to drag its injured sibling off the road, inches at a time. Weak, trembling, desperate. It pulled the limp body all the way to the front of Mr. Ramos's house and tried to wake it. It nudged its brother, licked its face, and cried in small, heartbreaking whimpers. But the injured puppy's breathing grew slower and slower until it stopped completely. Right there, in front of the house, the surviving puppy lost the only family it had left. Moments later, the gate opened. Mr. Ramos stepped outside. He froze at what he saw. One tiny puppy lying lifeless, and the other standing right next to it, as if guarding its brother one last time. There was no growling, no fear, just quiet, heartbreaking grief. Mr. Ramos immediately checked his CCTV replay. He saw everything. The accident, the tiny dog dragging its sibling, the loyalty, the love. And for the first time in a long, long while, something inside his chest cracked open. "Let's bury him properly," he whispered to his helper. They dug a small grave in the vacant lot and gently wrapped the puppy. They gave it peace, and the surviving puppy just sat there the whole time, silent and grieving. In that moment, Mr. Ramos realized this little dog had lost everything, and yet it still had the strength to love. The next morning, Mr. Ramos placed a small plate of food outside his gate. The puppy hesitated, then slowly approached. The following day, he opened the gate halfway. The puppy peeked inside. Day after day, trust began to grow, softly and carefully, like a plant finding sunlight for the first time, until one afternoon, the puppy finally stepped inside the yard. Mr. Ramos smiled. It was the first time his house had felt warm in years. Soon, he brought the puppy to a vet for a full checkup, grooming, a bath, vaccines, and medicine. And every little act of care stitched something together inside both of them. The house that once felt empty was now filled with joy, laughter, and the sound of tiny puppies. The man who never wanted a dog now couldn't imagine his life without one. And the puppy, the one who once dragged its brother off the street, finally found a home where no one would ever leave it again. Sometimes, the purest love comes from those who have the least. A single act of kindness can save a life, and sometimes it's the life we save that ends up saving us. So, what would you do? Would you stop to help a stray animal in need? Or would you walk past, just like everyone else? Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires kindness.